it's Maddie and welcome to another reading vlog. This is actually going to be my productivity reading vlog and it's going to be the first in a new series, and I really wanted to create the series to crush some reading goals and also just focus on anything that I want to finish up for the month and refresh for the following month, kind of set new goals each month. And I feel like this is a good way to evaluate my life, focus on what I need to work on, what went well, and also just really prioritize all of my personal life productivity things, because I have a job that just takes up a lot of space, a lot of mental space, and I needed something that would ground me and make me focus on other things besides that and things that I need to prioritize beyond that. So I'm very excited for this. I think it's going to be so cathartic for me and also so inspiring every month. As I mentioned, one of the major things I want to do is crush some reading goals. I definitely want to try to read as many books as I can. I get quite busy during the month, and so sometimes I don't read as much as I would like. And because it is my hobby and the thing that makes me happy, it's not to meet any goal for anybody in particular, but just for myself and just being able to knock off some of the stunning books that I'm so excited to get to. So I'm really excited for this. I'm actually going to start with reading Flower Heart. This was on my September TBR. I'm already on chapter 5, page 72, and it's so different than the synopsis made it sound like it was going to be. It's honestly really fun so far, and I'm having a blast. I feel like I'm going to fly through this by the end of today. That is the goal. I actually have a lot of driving to do today, so I feel like I have quite a bit of time to at least get a good chunk of the way through this book. We only have a few days left in September, so I'm hoping I can finish this, maybe read a graphic novel when I get home, so I can knock off maybe a couple books by the end of today. That's probably wishful thinking, but we're gonna try. That is one of the purposes of this vlog. And then maybe I'll sit down tomorrow because I don't work tomorrow. It's gonna be Saturday, and then I can sit down. And maybe tomorrow, because I don't work, it's going to be Saturday, I can just like sit down and maybe plan out what goals I want to focus on next month, what went well this month, and everything. So I'm going to get back on the road, and then I will update you when I make some more progress in Flower. So I'm in my favorite spot in the forest, and I am having the most beautiful time. This is my favorite time of year to come out here because you get to literally see the leaves falling. You get to see all the beautiful reds and oranges and yellows, and it is just the most gorgeous thing in the world. This is why this is my favorite time of year, and I'm absolutely obsessed. It is so nice to be out here. There's a little creek behind me, and I will definitely be walking out and hanging out there for a little bit. But I just really love being out here. But I just wanted to quickly update you on what I've actually finished so far and what I will be picking up next for the rest of my drive, because I still have a little bit of time before I get to my destination. So I did actually do a reread of Things. I reread this every year. It's such a cute graphic novel, and it's so funny, and I just really enjoy rereading this every year. Around this time, I might even do a second reread. if I want to, because this is just so quick. It takes like 10 minutes to fly through, and it's just so fun and cute. So I really enjoyed that reread. And then I also ended up finishing Flower Heart. This was super cute, very YA, but I actually just really enjoyed the magic, the atmosphere, and it was just really cute and fun and very fast paced. So I was able to fly through this in no time, and it was just a vibe. So I'm glad that I read that one. And then I finally finished Terms and Conditions. I only had a little bit left, and I don't know why this book took me so long to read, because every time I picked it up I was really loving it, and I just enjoy this series. I think I just needed to prioritize taking the time to sit down and read it, because I did enjoy this. Don't think because it took me so long I wasn't having a phenomenal time, because every time I picked this up I did want to just continually read this. So I'm very happy I finally finished. I'm so excited to get to the last book in the series. And it's also kind of almost nostalgic, because it reminds me of when me and my friend went to Disneyland when we were 16. Every time I hear about Dreamland, and so that's just really fun as well. And it's just a really good time, honestly. And it's just such a fun series. It kind of reminds me of the Twisted series in that way, just the same vibe of just being really fun, fast paced, a little spicy. I just really enjoyed it. Also, this is a vibe with the forest, honestly. Speaking of the Twisted series, I actually left the book in the car, but I might end up picking that up on the rest of my drive, and then also rotating between that and Assistant to the Villain. I'm really excited to continue reading it. I've only made it a few pages in, but I'm already loving the vibes of this. I feel like it's going to be so quirky and fun, and just the perfect vibes for this month. I feel like it's going to be a great audiobook to listen to while I'm on the road, and I'm very excited to pick this back up. And I also, like I said, I can't remember what the last book in the Twisted series, I think it's Twisted Lies. I could totally be wrong. But either way, whatever the last one is, whatever book 4 is, that's what I'm going to probably be rotating between. And then when I do have some time to kind of just sit down and read, I also have Graveyard Shift and The Night Guest, because I wanted to pick up a couple short books that I can knock off in a couple sittings. And also, I'm just really excited to get to these books. So I'm so excited to finally pick these up. I might not pick these up till after my trip, but I just thought I would bring them out here and maybe even just like get into a couple pages by the water. That would be so amazing. Actually, I might sit by the water and just read a couple pages of each and just really get a feel for which one I want to pick up first. I think that's a perfect idea. So that is my little update for now. I'm going to go hang out by the water and then get back on the road and finish out my trip. And hopefully I'll have an opportunity to update you on my reading later. If not, I will when I get back from my trip.
Feeling caged, unsafe, lights on. I'm fading, angels on my move on, just move on. So deep, deep below, not alright. You cannot see.
So, as you can tell, it is the gloomiest day, and it just feels like the perfect day to be home, read a book, and cozy up with a cup of tea. I am so sad that I have to go into work in a minute because I don't want to do anything but just like have a cozy home day. But alas, I do have to get some work done. So I did end up finishing The Night Guest. This was really short. I finished this probably like an hour, hour and a half. Some of the lines are literally like this, so it was super easy to fly through. But really, what you're doing is you're following the character as she's trying to figure out what the heck is happening to her. This definitely reads a lot like a fever dream, and you're just wondering the whole time, like, what is even going on? What is happening? And she is going through the span of like a few different nights, and when she wakes up she ends up having like blood on her hands. People that she was engaging with the previous day have gone missing the next day, and just all of these weird things. And so she keeps going into the doctors going like, what's wrong with me? But they can't really figure out what is even going on. There's one part of the story that would have been so cool if they had done something even more with it. And this was just such a fun fever like dream, as I said, that just slowly unravels as you go through the story, and you're really trying to like unravel things with her, but it just feels like you're kind of going into a dark descent down with her of slowly things just getting worse and worse and worse. But this was just perfect for this time of year. It was really fun and it was just really quick. So I enjoyed that, and I'm super glad I got that one done. And then I made quite a bit of progress in Assistant to the Villain. I'm obsessed with this. It is so funny. The banter is incredible. I love the characters. I love Kingsley and his little signs. They're so hilarious. The vibes of this book are absolute perfection, and honestly, it has this weirdly cozy feel, and I don't even know how to explain it, but I am absolutely loving all the characters. I really, really do. And just when Evie and the villain are interacting, it is the best thing that could ever happen to me, to be honest. And I love getting the villain's perspective. Every time we're in the villain's head, I'm like, yes, because I just love hearing his thoughts about Evie. He has such a soft spot for Evie, but he's still like trying to fight it a little bit, but he's not doing a very good job, that's for sure. I don't know. I just love their interactions. I love this concept. I love how funny it is. I could honestly just gush about this forever, but I'm gonna head into work and then try to finish this off. First of all, because I cannot put it down. So I'm so excited that I have to do a little driving so I can finish off this audiobook. And then I will update you when I finish Assistant to the Villain. I'm so excited. So I ended up finishing Apprentice. I know that's the second book, Assistant to the Villain, and honestly, it was so good. I have 0 notes, and I think I'm gonna have to give it a 5 star just because of how much I truly enjoyed it. Evie and the villains interactions, I was just living and breathing for, and I cannot wait to pick up the next book. And I'm so glad that it's on my TBR. So I got another book knocked off, which is amazing. So I believe that brings me to 4 books down, and I'm about to complete my fifth, and that's a Graveyard Shift. This book has such incredible writing. Honestly, most of my tabs are for beautiful writing. I have like 6 or 7 of them in there. So far, it's kind of hard to see because of the deckled edges. I think I'm about to add a tab in for like eerie things that are going on. This is just really intriguing. So it's at this college campus's cemetery, and 5 different people kind of come together around midnight, and weird stuff starts happening, and that's kind of all I'll say. And then what's cool is the story is told by each of the 5 individuals' perspectives, and it's really interesting so far. I'm definitely hooked and just really taking it in slowly. Like I said, the writing is just so beautiful. It doesn't even really matter what's going on, to be honest, because I could just live in her writing. It is so gorgeous. So I'm very excited to continue and see kind of what eeriness is going on and unraveling. And I'm excited to see how many tabs I add for like eeriness and how eerie it's actually going to get. So I'm very excited for this one. I feel like it's the perfect one to read on a cozy fall evening. We actually made chili earlier, and I was reading this while I was eating my chili, and it was so cozy. I can't even tell you. And then I lit this new candle that I actually got for my husband for our anniversary, and it is called Pumpkin Woods. It is the most gorgeous smelling pumpkin candle I think I've ever smelled. I'm absolutely obsessed. And I'm mad because they had like the bigger ones and I got a smaller one because in the store I wasn't able to really pick up how amazing it smelled. And I feel like it was one of those candles until you lit it, you didn't really get the full effect. But oh man, I have it lit back there and it is making the room feel like a warm hug. Besides trying to finish graveyard shift, the other thing that I wanted to do is some productivity things because this is a productivity vlog and I haven't done a ton of those things yet. What I really wanted to do was start a new book journal. My old one was just not what I was really trying to go for. I enjoyed it and I really liked creating the spreads, but I didn't have like the journal supplies that I really wanted and it wasn't looking the way that I wanted. And at this point, I have a more clear image of what I want things to look like. And I'm obsessed with these two journals. I don't even know which one I want to use for what, but I think I have it figured out. So I have this one, which I'm just beyond, just no words, honestly. It's just stunning. And then I also have this one, which, if this isn't my dream house, I don't know what is. This house is so gorgeous and cozy. I think because of that, I originally was going to use this for my book journal because it just reminded me of a house that would have the most gorgeous library inside with a stunning window seat and everything. But I also feel like because this house is literally goals, this should be like a goals, affirmations, favorites, whatever, just like a more personal journal to kind of manifest this house because oh my god, I would die if I lived in this house. It is everything. And then maybe I'll do this one for the book journal. It also has a lot more pages, and I feel like I want to really get into the spread. So that is what I think I'm going to do is start those two journals this evening. And I definitely want to do some content planning for the upcoming month as well. So that is my plans for the evening. I might put on like a cozy fall movie and then drink some tea, do some journaling, do some planning, do some more reading. And I'm so excited because I actually got a few sticker packs recently and I have this stunning collection of stickers that I'm so excited to use on my journals. So that is why I'm like, we need to crack these bad boys open. But let me show you a few. I have so many different packs. These are just some of the styles that I have on the top, but oh my god, I'm so excited to dive into these. They are so precious. And I will use these all year round because I'm a spooky girl year round, but these are just so cute. I do want to get some like Christmassy ones too for the upcoming months, and then also just some generic ones that are just more cozy, I guess. And I just want my journal to be nothing but cozy, naturey, gorgeous vibes. So I'm just so excited. Oops, this is like completely upside down to dive into all of these different packs. I'm just obsessed. Like, I can't get enough. So, those are just a very small amount of all the stunning stickers that I have in here. And I'm so excited to just dive in here, get started on my journal, and just make it what I'm kind of envisioning. Hopefully, it somewhat turns out. quite a few updates, and sorry for the weird lighting. I don't know what's going on, and then also my voice. So I did get like deathly ill in October. October was just a crazy month. We had birthdays, we had anniversaries. I had a crazy work schedule, and I feel like it just completely tanked my body and I just broke down. But I'm at the point of being sick where I'm just like, I need to start doing things again because who knows how much longer I'll be sick. I've pretty much been sick most of October, and I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, I just need to get back to business. So here we are. So hopefully my voice is not too annoying, but I do have some reading updates for you. I ended up finishing Graveyard Shift and I really enjoyed this. The atmosphere was incredible. There were so many beautiful lines that I ended up annotating throughout. And I thought this was just really weird and interesting in the best way. I will say, once I got like 3/4 of the way through the book, I was kind of like, okay, where is this going? I'm not sure how I feel about this. And then the ending hit, and I loved it. I think the ending was perfect. It was almost like a bunny moment where I was like, that is so open ended. I could literally have so many theories from that, and I love that. It definitely elevated the book for me because I was almost like, I don't know how I feel about that. And then the ending hit, and I was like, that's absolutely stunning. So I'm very happy with where she went with this. This is definitely like one of those dark, naturey type books. It kind of reminds me of like What Moves the Dead. Totally different vibe, and I don't feel like it was as eerie or anything. It really wasn't that eerie at all. I mean, there was like moments where it was like super dark in tone and atmospheric, but not eerie or spooky, if that makes any sense. And it was a lot more like almost sciency than I expected, but I still really enjoyed it. And I thought the characters were really weird and interesting. And I did like that you got to hear from each of the characters' point of views and how each of their relationships kind of intertwined. I thought that was really interesting. I do think it could have gotten even more spooky though, and I would have loved that. It honestly felt more like sciency in tone than spooky for me personally, but I still really enjoyed it. And like I said, it had such beautiful writing and it was really intriguing. But I am so glad that I got to start my journal and I did complete 5 amazing books. I especially loved Assistant to the Villain. I think that was my favorite. It was just so much fun, and I'm so excited to continue on with Apprentice to the Villain. I've actually already started it and I'm really enjoying it so far because I could not wait. I do feel like I accomplished a lot, especially for how crazy October was and how sick I ended up getting. But we're just going to keep trucking along and we're going to do another one for November. So hopefully that one goes a little bit better and I don't get deathly ill because that would, help things move along. But I'm really excited that I started this series regardless. And I do feel like it really helped me like prioritize the things that I really wanted to get done and hopefully just finish out the year strong. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you've read any of these books or if you're curious about picking any of them up. Let me know how your October was. I feel like it was just super wacky for so many people, at least in my life. And yeah, I just feel like it was a weird year. 2024 was not my year, but hopefully 2025 will be. If you made it to the end of this video, leave like a mouse or rat emoji. I feel like there is one. And I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for sticking with me, and I'm sorry about my sickly voice. Hopefully it will recover soon, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.